You have the floor, Mrs. Simoni. First of all, I would like to thank you. Now the microphone's on. I would like to thank you, first of all, for the kind invitation, and I am really pleased to be here. The topic is extremely interesting, and it's an uncommon topic for the discussions within the various organizations. I believe that organizations might be the necessary vehicle to achieve some results. Taking into consideration the topic of the conference, the fight against the exploitation against minors, children exploitation, the reason why all this is organized is a social type of reason. It's a civilization battle that also has cultural implications. The Italian legislative framework is a rather advanced one, and in the last few years it has become very modern very quickly. And it has some limitations, of course, and just to summarize, I am identifying two of them. The first one is the one of clashing with dynamics that are not organic, also in terms of flows and channels of tourism. I'm referring in particular to the important role in Italian legislation given to the road operator as a role of great responsibility that brought great benefits in this sense, but at the same time has limitations. Let's just think about what is organized on the web, and the web goes beyond the obstacles, the legislative obstacles and the regulatory obstacle. And one is a weakness, but may become a strength, namely finding within the European framework a wider framework to bring about greater capabilities of reaching common objectives and with common tools. In Europe, there are various situations, also in terms of rules and regulations, also among new members of the European Union. The other aspect, which is not a trivial aspect, which is mentioned also in the poster over here, that is the role that enterprises might play, so the financial role. So with reference to this, the battle is a different one because it goes towards social responsibility. And at this juncture, the role of trade unions and category association is important because this topic of responsibility may be across all these associations and the enterprises and all their dynamics in trade union relations, rights and protection dynamics. There's another important topic, namely identifying the financial aspects. Of course, the financial aspects is about the ability of responsibility and ethics to become a value-added and also to be used within the corporate marketing. And all this falls within the pure marketing sector. So responsibility as a strength of the company and also the ability to attract capital for foundations on the part of companies that want to invest here. I must say something. It's not a bad type of regulation. The Italian one and the European one has made many steps forward in this sense. But it needs to be complied with, shared, and claimed by all companies and enterprises. I think that this is possible through initiatives of this kind and the activism of the associations. And this activism plays a pivotal role within the rules and regulations and the reasons why these rules and regulations have been set up the way they have been set up and have been and their implementation has been sped up in the last few years. So that's why I'm glad to be able to participate in this initiative and to bring you my greetings. And because I believe that the opportunities to have a permanent structure, for these people to be and entities to become main actors and to make the tourist sector play a pivotal role for that cultural and social battle that is the main reason why we are here today. So I would like to congratulate you on the sensitiveness of the topic you identified and for identifying the way in which organizations of this kind may do more than the rules themselves, or even point out to the legislator the best way to adjust the existing ones. Thank you.
Grazie onorevole Simoni. La legislazione italiana
The Italian legislation is really among the most advanced, and we will examine this during this conference. And it is also very difficult. This legislation is very difficult to enforce, but we'll see how it can be updated, because this project will analyze where we should implement our legislation, also in the entire internet area, which had not been anticipated. I thank you. You have other commitments, so we won't keep you here extensively.